Good reporting. All right, so, shall we pray good Lord, healing and good health for everybody, Bill? And those concerns that were mentioned and not mentioned, we just pray everybody be good. All right, so Peter McDonald, are we gonna do the song first? Do good, have fun. Song first. This is from our Asperotarian, Don Lewis, Julie's with us.
Hello, fellow Rotarians. Today's song is Do Good and Have Fun. And have fun while you're singing it. Let's go. We're the world's greatest Rotary Club in Pleasanton. We give thanks when our work is done. We do our best with the 4-grade test. We do good and have fun. We do good and have fun. We give scholarships from a spirit grant. We do good and have fun. The world's greatest Rotary Club in Pleasanton. We do good and have fun. All share when we give the chance. We do good and have fun. The world's greatest Rotary Club in Pleasanton. We do good and have fun. We do good and have fun. We do good and have fun. Come on, we do good. We do good. For the last time, we do good and have fun. 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 Yeah.
They're inspirational, folks. We were born in the garden. Is it on?
Hit the mic.
We were born in the garden. I gotta turn the mic on first.
Of course, no battery always happens.
Gary, where's that?
Right.
We were born in the Garden of Eden. About 1 million years ago, God put human beings down on this earth. By the time humankind got here, everything humans needed to live well was already here for the taking. Fruits, vegetables, forests, wildlife, water,
It's not working.
and the best climate anywhere near this corner of the galaxy. I'll turn on the volume. With the advantages of tools, fire, and language. The early foraging tribes were the original of society. We still live in the Garden of Eden. With the invention of science, we have the technology for all of humankind to live long and rewarding lives. With the rule of law and constitutional rights, we have the political software for all of humankind to live free and enlightened lives. Progress is real and progress is good. A baby born in London in the year 1500 had about 1 chance in 100 of living to 80 years of age. A baby born in London in the year 2000 will more likely than not live to be 80 years of age. In the developed economies, John Q. Jane Doe, and even Joe Sixpack live a longer life with more creature comforts, better food, better health care, and warmer houses than the richest kings of yore. And the entire world is on its way to becoming a developed economy as more and more people shuck off the bondage of the woods. But will this good earth still be our Garden of Eden a million years from now? How do we make that happen? In this universe, a million years comes and goes on a pretty regular basis. The answer is simple. We do it one generation at a time. It's not even that hard to do. We keep our priorities right. The key is each generation shall leave to its children and the children of the world a better world than the world it found. This obligation applies at the level of our individual families, our community, our nation, and our world. When we do that, life on Earth will get better and better, just as it has over the last 500 years. Beyond that simple obligation, we are free to enjoy the fruits of our abundance, the splendor of nature, and the friendship of our fellow humans. So let's be good, have fun, and make the effort to give our kids a better world than the world we found. That is why I am still a Rotarian.
Thank you, Pete. That was really good. All right, visiting Rotarians and friends and guests. And anybody on Zoom. Randy.
President Gary and fellow Rotarians, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Andrew Gelb from the Rotary Club of Pleasanton, the other one that is not so good, that doesn't have their own song like we do. Anyway, he's in the classification of retired, where we all aspire to be. Welcome, Andrew.
I guess. Hi, President Gary and fellow Rotarians. It's just so great to be here and share this time and do that. I would like to introduce today Mark Lewis. Maybe bears a resemblance to somebody. And just so proud to have him here visiting. Mark was a graduate of Amador. And I will say that was in that very room over there when he was in Jazz A, and there was this was before women were in the club, I think, but it was like, was there somebody, John, somebody who was president? Anyway,
John
Briggs. John Briggs.
maybe it was like back in the late 80s. Okay. And yeah, and so Mark's Jazz A band was invited to a very exclusive event back in Florida. And and we brought the whole band over and we played for the Rotary Club, and immediately everybody started pledging $100 and helped them to raise money very rapidly to go on that trip. So Mark has been in these rooms before.
President Gary and fellow Rotarians, many of you have met my wife Lori. She's been doing many a spirit run helping out. So please welcome my wife Lori.
President Gary, fellow Rotarians and guests, please welcome Herb Ritter, my good friend. He serves on the board of Sunflower Hill with me, and he is the incoming district governor. Is that right?
2025.
Oh, okay.
You guys all
He's
better be
nominate.
around for 2025.
Anyway, everybody knows Herb. Say hello to Herb. And also, since I have the mic, I'll come over here and I'll grab another man who probably needs no introduction. Fellow Rotarians and guests, please welcome from the Rotary Club of, in the category of, please welcome. We get everybody. Oh, well, you were gonna introduce you special because you're our speaker. So, oh, and Tam, I can't believe it. My very good friend Tammy Hennigan, please stand up. Also from PNR.
The other.
Yeah, both of these guys are from PNR, and you'll have to introduce Diane because I don't know Diane. Anyway, Tammy and I served as president at the same time, in the same term, so she's a good friend.
And this is Diane Dorn. She actually is my partner in crime here in Area 4. She's from the San Leandro Club.
Thank you very much. All right. Let's see, any visiting Rotarians on Zoom today?
No Zoomers. Should we get all the guests for Jerry?
Tom Fox. So, talking about raising $100. So-
We need to miss someone, this gentleman right here. What's your name again? Greg. Greg. This is Greg Kirk, and I understand John Lumen introduced, John Sensiba introduced me to get Greg.
Yeah, and Deanna Armario.
And Deanna is recommending that he also join our club. She's on a roll, man. She's just bringing people in left and right. So welcome, Greg.
I love we're introducing him as a new member of it.
Well, he has to put an application in first.
All right, so somebody said they're gonna retire. I always thought you retire, you expire, but that's why you're in Rotary. That everybody lives to be 120 if you're still in Rotary. There's guys driving to Fresno Rotary Club meetings that are 102 years old, they still drive themselves, so keep it going. All right. Tom, we gonna, not yet? John,
Yeah, I'm ready for
Good afternoon, everybody. John Lumen here, the chair for the community service. And this is to remind you that May 6th, Saturday, is the day we're bringing back Rotary Gives Thanks, which is great. Unfortunately, participation at this point is a little light. Last I was looking at the signups from the last time we did it, we had about 36 people signed up. We have 10 right now.
11.
11, and Pleasanton Rotary North is going to hopefully get some volunteers as well. But I'm encouraging you, if you can't make it, maybe find someone else a young member, because I don't think we have very many new members signed up right now. So I don't know if I'm doing a bad job getting the word out. I'm sending out as many emails as I can. You're probably getting sick of them. I'm gonna send some more. So,
What's happening? Can you go through the time and the place?
thank you, I was gonna do that, thank you. So on May 6th, what we do is we show up at 8 o'clock in the morning at the senior center. We'll have, you will be put in groups and you will go out and go to 2 or 3 or maybe 4 different seniors' homes. Sometimes you're washing windows, sometimes you're flipping mattresses, maybe doing some weeding, whatever, just small amounts of work. We usually finish no later around 12, maybe 1 o'clock. Then we're gonna go have a meal somewhere. It's traditionally been pizza, but that hasn't been decided yet. So we'll be done early in the morning and done by the afternoon. So if you have a early morning opportunity on Saturday, the 6th, please let me know. Yes.
We also provide donuts and coffee.
That's right. We do like you, if you're gonna show up by 8 o'clock sharp, because we want to get the groups going by 8 or 8:30. Have your donuts and your coffee and your orange juice and go. Yes, Randy.
What's this Saturday?
Saturday, May 6th.
No, this Saturday, what's this Saturday?
I don't know.
We are partnering with Pleasanton North, doing a service project up in this village.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
22nd.
Oh, it's next Saturday. Thank you for telling me that. I would have shown up this Saturday. Yeah, I think you sent an email out. I just wanted to do a reminder that North has invited us to help them. And I think it would be great for us to partner up with them and help out of Goodness Village.
Especially since they're helping us out.
Exactly.
22nd.
22nd.
and they're probably gonna partner with us for the senior Rotary Gives Thanks.
Yes, they are. Yes.
John.
And I'll send out another email as well.
John.
Yes.
Maybe you could ask for a show of hands of people here that want to sign up and go to Rotary Gives Thanks.
Well, everybody wants to go, right?
I mean, who is going to go? Who's gonna do it? Okay, so I'm gonna write down, all right, Gary,
Send me a letter.
Nancy,
You're gonna send me an email.
There.
Yeah, all right.
All right, well,
Thank you
very much
all.
for that.
Nancy, everybody.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, Larry.
Okay, Tom. Video, Ricky, you have a video.
Rotary International, yes, sir, and then Tom Fox is coming up. Here.
Possibilities are all around us. Everywhere we look, we see opportunity. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our ideas with others, we know they'll see it too. And bring new perspectives, lend unique skills, and take action in the communities all around the world that we call home. When people come together, that's when real change happens. Like transforming an old bus to feed hungry children, or providing life-saving equipment to those who need it most. From fighting disease to rebuilding schools, we turn what we see into what we've done. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
Thank you, Ricky, for that. Oops. This is called a checkbook. I find this much easier to use than that damn computer. When it comes to try to pay some bill or do something on the computer. Whether you have your checkbook or whether you're good at doing it on the computer, as Rotarians, to support these all the actions and so on that you see on these videos and all the programs, it takes money, and RI has to have that money from us. And so we like to contribute every Rotarian every year, at least $25, hopefully $100. And 31 of you have already done that for this year. So that leaves a few left to continue that. So you got your checkbooks, make it out to Rotary International or go on your computer. Here's a check from, very good.
Tom, I got a check right here.
Okay,
Tom, I got a check right here.
good.
Actually, I got a check from Mark Tanis for $200 that he couldn't
Wow.
pay for the meeting.
Then
And,
he's a double sustainer,
and
correct? Right.
got some
So he-
cash
he
from
gets
Rita
one of those
Gupta also. Rita Gupta also is contributing, so she couldn't stay.
Very good.
I'm a double sustainer for decades, but I don't think I paid yet, so I'm.
Well, you need to pay it, then I'll give you a pin, but you gotta pay.
I got the check.
Anyway, we've got some time left before the end of the Rotary year, but we would like to have 100% participation. Thank you.
I want to tell you that Thursday next week will be at La Canta, not La Conda, La Canta Restaurant, the Mediterranean restaurant, 5 o'clock. And then the next week, Thursday, will be at the Wine Steward.
Thank you for working on that.
That's the starting gate, Doris.
I think the starting gate, yeah, for those of us that remember those days, when we had 47 bars on Main Street.
I know.
All right, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Joyce. Poker event, who's gonna update us on
I'll do it. Just one second. Let me
Texas
get
Hold'em.
the green.
our second fundraising? And then while you're doing that, so Sabina saved the best club for last, second to last. And so we saved the best for last. And my guest today is my lovely wife of 37 years, or almost 37 this year, Phoebe.
Hey, BB. Poker update. So you see on the screen, hopefully, the Texas Hold'em event that we have on Friday, May 19th. It's gonna be at the Veterans Center downtown Pleasanton, Veterans Memorial Hall. And Julio has been reaching out to just about everybody in the club. So please be kind when he asks you, could you come and volunteer that evening? It's a great fun time, where it's obviously rhinestones and boots, so it's cowboy themed. Please come dressed. There's gonna be prizes for the best dressed in different categories. And this is our second biggest fundraiser of the year, so we thank you for participating and volunteering and coming that evening. And that's the end of that announcement. And now we want to bring up Angie Queenan, because she's gonna be inducted as a new member in our club right now. Hi, Angie. So I'm gonna interview Angie in front of y'all. So Angie, tell us a little bit about yourself and your family.
No, you have a little bit of questions that you already sent me.
Yeah, those
Okay,
those are the questions.
so I have a very eclectic family. So, my husband and I have been married for 32 years. I have a 27-year-old highly functioning autistic child. I have a 23-year-old very highly functioning child. And then I have an actor who is now 21. And I think the interesting story with him is that we were flying down to LA for producer callbacks like all the time. And it was $650 a day. By the time you flew down last minute, paid for a rental car or whatever. So we actually moved him out at 14, and he's been living in LA ever since. He lives with my sister, who I had moved from Illinois. That's my family.
Talk about your work history.
So I'm a loan officer. I'm just now transitioning from PNC to US Bank. That'll start on Monday. So, but I've been doing mortgages for 33 years. Other than like leaving college and starting at Monsanto for 2 years, I've been doing mortgages for 33 years.
Awesome. Your hobbies and interests?
Working.
That's good.
What else do I have? Sit down, road race. Not much, traveling, friends.
Okay, something funny or interesting.
Oh, this is interesting. You'll love this one. So my mom was 44 when I was born. My dad was 72.
Wow. Hooray for your dad.
He had 7 children after the age of 50. He was born in 1893. It was in World War I. And the funny thing is, my kids went to school and they said my grandfather was in World War I, and they go, Vietnam, maybe?
All I got. And then, what area of service are you interested in being a part of it?
So I said membership
So,
and probably the wheelchair. Yeah.
so, just to recap, we had a conversation earlier this week. And, Angie thought she had a couple friends coming today, but she's like, I already have 2 friends that want to join our club. I'm like, they haven't even come yet. So I thought membership might be a good place for her since she's already recruited. So we want to welcome Angie. We want to give her a certificate of membership. You've got a couple of things going on here. Here's your red badge that we want to give you. Here is a rotary pin. You can put all this in here, and then there should be a shirt. If you see Kathy Alameda in back at the table in back, she should have a golf shirt for you that looks similar to what I'm wearing. And we want to welcome Angie to our club as our newest Rotarian. Please give Angie a hand. Thank you.
Right. So I think we're ready unless there's any other announcements for the good of the order. Oh, yes.
Right.
Peter McDonald's been traveling and. Okay.
Okay, President Gary, I'll let you hold the mic. I was just in Italy at a wonderful time and brought back some wonderful things for our president, who I think everybody has been like me impressed by what a great job he's doing in the reserve. Really special. Now he wants it on the mic. Yeah, say that into the mic for recording, right? So here we have for you some special, Italian, sauce, things you put in the spaghetti and other Italian dishes.
Wait.
CBD content.
If it is, I don't think I would have gotten back into the country. And then here we have, from the Carrara, quarry, the original quarry that the Romans, Michelangelo and everybody takes their, a special dish, for our president.
So you put your, Moderna, what's the vinegar and oil in there? Huh?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's gorgeous. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I've already made my Rotary contributions for the year, so.
Wonderful. Thank you, Peter. Club wouldn't be the same without you and you and you and you and everybody. Well, I think we're ready for our guest speaker. Did she disappear? Tammy, we gotta have Tammy come up first. You're gonna do the introduction? So are you gonna hit the highlights? So everybody may not know, Savita has a whole Wikipedia bio online, Miss Political. She was the mayor of Cupertino. She's a mother. She's a wife, business, grandmother. And what was you, did you help found the club, was it Milpitas, the 200?
No, I don't want to take any credit for that. I was there on the day.
Okay, so she's instrumental. Tammy, you.
You just keep going, Gary.
Well, you fill in for I left off. So I just want to make sure those highlight points. All right.
Ay. All right, just real quickly, when Savita served as president of her club in Cupertino, she had a theme. It was local heartbeat and global outreach. Locally, Savita was a member of the club's board and on their endowment board foundation. She organized and chaired several fundraising events for their club, and she served as the district community service chair in her club. She's a graduate of the District Leadership Academy. She's been an emerging Rotary leader in the Zone Institute. She chaired the banquet for our own Jennifer Jones, the first female in Rotary, this year, when she was district governor-elect. And she's a major donor to the Rotary Foundation. Globally, she held a role as the chair of World Services Committee. She served as an advisor for projects in India, Kenya, and Mexico. And she led a team of Rotarians on a tour in India, where she was the primary lead and the contact for a global grant project for SITE. Locally, as Gary mentioned, she was the mayor of Cupertino in 2017, and she served on the city council of Cupertino. She's been a member of several boards. She's a senior fellow of the American Leadership Forum and is currently co-chair of the De Anza Community College Commission. She and her husband have got a daughter that works in San Francisco and a baby, probably her greatest joy. Please give a warm round of applause for Savita, our district governor, via Dinati.
Thank you, Tammy. She's got the last name down pat. So thank you all so much for having me here today. We tried to do this on January 5th. It's a good thing I didn't come that day. It was pouring rain, the roads were down. So thank you for finding time in the calendar, and I made it today. So before I go on to my presentation, one of the best parts of this job is to give these awards. And Tom Fox will be my runner for the day. And he will say all the names, and we welcome all these people who donated so generously, whether they use the checkbook that he showed or you use the computer. As long as it goes to the Rotary Foundation, it goes to the right place. Thank you so much.
These are all Paul Harris Awards.
So Deanna, I don't think, unless she came in.
She's not here today. Deanna's not.
Okay, first one is for Deanna Armario. The second one is for Brian Gentry.
Brian had a Zoom meeting. Yeah, you got here, good. I know he had to be.
And if Brian could wait for us to have everyone up here and we'll take one photograph.
Oh, sure. There's your pin and there's your certificate.
Either way, it's.
Yeah. RI is slipped up on something, so as Brian is pointing out, this should be Paul Harris #2, not just the written. No, no. Gary Alt. Paul Harris +1, so he's given 2 Paul Harris fellows.
This one is correct. Thank you so much.
Steve Van Dorn. Paul Harris +2. So a total of 3,000 contribution. Larry Annis also is not here, I don't think.
Larry's here.
Where is he? Back. He's so quiet. That's
I
not.
know, it's very unusual.
Yeah, maybe he's got something wrong, right?
Definitely is.
So Paul Harris +3, +4, yes. Lee Carlson. I have 2 pins for him. One is a Paul Harris +6 and the other is a Paul Harris +7.
Wow,
So
go Lee.
now, so what that might indicate is that it should be a Paul Harris +13, which means you owe another 6,000. Yeah,
That math works.
and then for Gary Harrington, we have a major donor award. That means he has contributed at least $10,000 to Rotary International.
And you get this beautiful crystal that goes with it. Thank you so much, Gary.
Gary, go over there for
Join us.
on the other side.
Yes, please.
Sorry, on this side.
And Nancy.
I don't know how that is gonna go with that.
That's it. Very nice. Yeah. We have. Nancy can sit right next to them and I can stand.
Nancy also is a major donor. She has received her award before, I think.
She gets the pin today.
Okay,
This is really beautiful.
wow.
Thank you so much for this. Anybody else? Okay. And
No, I don't need him yet.
please applaud all these generous people.
3, 2, 1.
I think you got 2 bucks. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Johnson, Savant, Steve McCoy, I've been in touch with all of you.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Should be ready to go. I will put it up right now.
It looks like it's okay, this one is out of. Some of the words are on the screen. Is that okay?
Yeah, I can take off. Can I move you in just?
Thank you, Bob, for being at all my area 4 meetings. You can do this presentation.
No, please not.
So that's Gary's name, it's okay. It's in there. So thank you again, the Rotary Club of Pleasanton. I'll talk about that Imagine Rotary in a minute. And as I shared with your board, the easiest way to say my last name is pretend it's a letter V before the word idea. So idea, nothing. And like Tammy likes to say, why do nothing? Okay. I'm not doing this right. It moved. So almost everyone knows that Paul Harris started Rotary. How many people know he was a lawyer? Many of you do. Any lawyers in the room? Apologies, apologies. I'll still say my joke. The joke was that he only had 4 friends because he was a lawyer. But then, because he was a lawyer, he was so smart, he said, let's meet in each other's offices by rotation and help each other's business. Hence the name Rotary. So it started for helping people who were entrepreneurs, help each other in business. The service arm came later. International came even later. But once we became international, people got interested in us. And when they wanted to form the United Nations, Rotarians were asked to be consultants. And even today, we have a seat at the table of the United Nations. So that's the organization you and I belong to. And I'm so grateful to serve in Rotary with you. And for the very first time, we have a woman leading Rotary International, Jennifer Jones. I get goosebumps every time I say that. She came up with this logo and the theme Imagine Rotary. The colors she chose were the colors of the women's movement, purple, white, and green. And the logo itself is a circle that you can see in this banner right here. And the circle is just you and me sitting around a table. She said, we always sit around a table when we discuss our projects. She likes to say projects, from projects. And the 7 dots are our 7 areas of focus. The green line, the green is the color for the environment, but she put that line representing the stick that the Aborigines use in Australia. And she said, they dig the hard soil. It's a lot of hard work. We put the same amount of work in all that we do in Rotary. And she came up with this logo and the theme, Imagine Rotary. And we have another very strong woman at our zone, Vicky Pulitz, leading the zone for the last 2 years. And she leads 30 districts. We are this tiny one right here, 5170. We look small there, but we have a mighty big footprint. All the way from Livermore, Dublin, Pleasanton, all the way down south to San Juan Bautista, north, Alameda, and Oakland. And in the west, we go up to Palo Alto, East Palo Alto. We stop just short of Menlo Park. Most people don't know that. So that's why we try and partner with our neighboring districts. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a bit. The next 2 district governors are also women. And it's not that we only want women anymore. We also have Herb Ritter, who will be following Jill as district governor nominee designate. He'll be district governor in 25. So we do like our men too. But we still like our women as AGs. Thank you to these twins of Diane and Tammy who keep me honest in this area for and helping me every day with all the clubs and all the members. And thank you to your president and everyone that supports him to make Pleasanton what club? The Thank you, Gary, and the club. And I'm supported by all the AGs, all the avenues of service chairs, and Olivia, the only one paid employee in the entire district. So when you see an email from Olivia, please open them because those emails are from me or one of our avenues of service chairs that are telling you the happenings in our district. And this at the bottom, the LinkedIn, this presentation is already with Ricky, so you can get this LinkedIn URL from him anytime. If you are an entrepreneur, whatever you have a job in, you're retired and you want to be a mentor, join this LinkedIn group. It is close to our district. It is like our district's yellow pages. So we are bringing back what Paul Harris started Rotary for. The LinkedIn is what he wants us to do. Meet each other on LinkedIn, help the newer people who are in the same profession that you may be retiring from, and mentor someone who can join your profession or do something similar to what you're doing. That's what our LinkedIn is about. And again, the other thing is if you have a particular industry that you're in and you want to advertise it, that's the place to promote it. When I was nominated district governor 3 years ago, this is what Rotary International said is going to be your strategic plan. By the time I became district governor, they said it's no longer a strategic plan, it's an action plan. And when you look at this, the right side of the axis, expand your reach and increase ability to adapt. We all have done that because the last 3 years, we've been in the era of COVID. We were forced to adapt. There was no such thing called Zoom in a Rotary meeting before then, but we learned to adapt. So it shows that Rotary has the ability to adapt. We are not the Titanic. We will not just head into the iceberg. We know when to swerve. We have that ability. We know how to be flexible. We have also expanded our reach by doing exactly that. You had members who were in other states, other countries, still joining your meeting over Zoom. And that happened all over the world. The board of Rotary International was meeting over Zoom and not flying in the planes. And they realized, oh, we can save money. Let's put that money towards the projects. Rotary International also learned to adapt and increased their reach. What about the left side of the axis? I had a very good meeting with your board, and they have very good plans to enhance participant engagement. Participant engagement, not the people in the room, you're already engaged. It's the ones who don't come to the meeting. It's the people in the community who don't know that the Rotary Club of Pleasanton, the world's best club in the world, doesn't meet here. Do they know you meet here? Do they know what you do in the community? Can they fill in the blanks if you ask any one of them, the person who's going to be a new member who was sitting here, if you had asked them, fill in the blanks. If Rotary was not in Pleasanton, what would not happen? If they know it, that means you are talking about your club to the larger community. If they don't, it means we need to do more. That's how we can enhance that engagement, and we will automatically increase our impact. So that's the challenge I've been telling every club. You've already done the right side. Can you help with the left side? Think of new ways to make sure we can increase our impact and increase our presence in the community. I have taken that strategic plan into this action plan, the donut that people talk about, the 3 areas that I have focused on: public image, membership, and the Rotary Foundation. And I don't like to call it public image. I would prefer to, I prefer to call it awareness. And when I call it awareness, I combine with the neighboring 2 districts. I talk to those 2 district governors in 5150 and 5160. 5160 is just north of you, San Ramon and further north. They go all the way up to Weed. And 5150 is Menlo Park all the way to Marin. The 3 of us said we'll do a multi-district awareness campaign. And in the last, we launched only in January. In the last 2.5 months, we've only spent about $300 in each district. And every district, just by that promotion through ads in Facebook and other games, our district has got 33 member leads from the larger public, who all of them have told us, oh, we didn't know that this Rotary Club existed in our city. We want to join you. So we are making a really concerted effort towards this program. And I request all of you to please send in any action photograph you take in your club. The Goodness Villas is an excellent example. If you can take pictures of all our friends building something, send it. And not one of a check presentation, and not one of people eating a meal, but something that they do. And if you send me an action photograph, we'll promote it for you. Oops. Okay, it stopped again. Okay. And these are some of the area-wide things that we've been implementing. And when you do something area-wide, you're able to attract a larger audience. And the district put money into the publicity. So we will publicize it for you if you do an area-wide campaign. The one with on the rightmost corner was Area 7 that did a car seat collection campaign. Car seats cannot be discarded even in the landfill. So they have a campaign to collect car seats that have been donated to them, and they have fill it into a van and they take it across the border to Mexico. The lawyers in the room are thinking, oh, what about liability? Good point. You should be thinking that, because it's the babies that we are trying to help. We should make sure the babies are safe. The good thing is, in Mexico, We don't have to worry about the liability. The second part of it, we don't distribute it with Rotary's logo on those car seats. What we're doing is we hand it over to another nonprofit organization that takes on the liability. So what we need is for you to generously donate those car seats, which are just sitting and occupying space in your garage, and they can never be used again. This organization makes sure when they put the kid in the seat that they are safe. Otherwise, they won't give it away. And some people even buy and give new car seats. You can do so many other things. You can plant trees. I know Area 4 did Kids Against Hunger. Thank you, Tammy and Darren, for doing that. And the American Rescue Plan Act, Herb is our champion for that. Please talk to him. He'll tell you how your club got $25,000 to help seniors, kids in education, K through 12, and the homeless. Anyone who was affected in the last 3 years because of COVID. We do blood drives. We do something that's service above self. We also partner with other nonprofits for disaster relief. This is Harveer Bhatia from the Santa Clara Club. She's been to Ukraine in person 4 times at least. This last time she had to go in armor, she fell sick, she was in a hospital in Kharkiv, but she goes every few months. When you donate dollars to the Rotary Foundation, she buys supplies and she takes them, or she takes the money to the neighboring Rotary clubs around where she goes to so that they can buy things locally and supply it to the people who are in need. And she got a Medal of Honor for her valor from the military in Ukraine. She also took a team with her to Turkey and helped the people there for the earthquake. We had a bunch of people going there and a lot of donations. If you know, there's a club called the Star Club. The Star Club is got members from the country of Turkey. They donated, they got involved. So there was something that made them engaged. The one on the right extreme is the Paharo flood relief. We've been doing a lot for that. We've been trying to collect diapers. The farmers there are the ones who feed us. Let's see how we can help them and their families. We partner with the nonprofit organizations there, the county there. It's 2 counties, Monterey and Santa Cruz, so they're helping each other. And of course, Rotary District 5170 and the district to the south of us. So everything we do with partners, and we get a lot more publicity and people come to know who we are and what we do. Coming to your club, I love what you do for the youth. We say the youth are our future. You really do support them. You give them a lot of support. See if you can get the media involved, get the parents involved. If you get the parents involved and tell them this is what we are doing for the kids, the parents will come back and join you when they are ready. When they have that empty nest, they'll come by. And when you do these big check awards, I can't believe how much money you raise and donate to all these, so many profits. I just put 2 photographs. There are so many more. This is absolutely amazing. Had I not done this research, I wouldn't have known this was happening. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this. Let's tell more people about it. And this sounds like fun. When is this happening?
May 19th.
Okay, I'll try and make it. As we're growing up, Rhinestones Cowboy was one of my favorite songs. So I don't have any of the paraphernalia that goes with it. I might trade your wardrobe. Yeah. So this, I want you to advertise as much as you can. As much as you can. Tell the people in the community who've never heard about you. Tell them, come dance with the music and wear your shiny rhinestone clothes and come enjoy with us. See how many people you'll get who are just not only members of your club, really want people to know about you. This is what I meant by action photographs. If you can get me something where you were building, yes, you can always pose afterwards, but actually building those things, building those bunkers, those action photographs talk 1,000 words. But thank you so much for building these mini libraries. And what you do internationally. This is absolutely amazing, the number of schools built. And this project, I've left a lot of papers on each of your tables. Thank you, Tammy, for distributing them. That's my district governor project, very much in sync with what you are doing. You are transforming the lives of girls all over the world. And I brought this I've brought some copies of this. This year, the membership committee made these cards, which have the 7 areas of focus on one side, as well as all the clubs in our district with the map on the other side and a QR code. Give this to a friend, distribute it at your community service project event next Saturday or 2 Saturdays from now, or the May 6th one. Let the public know who you are and what you do. They just need to scan the QR code and input their name. The names come to the AGs and we'll feed them right back to your club. Very simple to do. And you can also do it at the Spirit Run. I know you have a young guy, Andrew, who's running that this year.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew. And Andrew, because he's, I'm sure, tech savvy, I'll email this to you. And you don't need the actual physical card. You can put it up there and people can scan it.
It'll be on Instagram tonight.
See, he's way ahead of me. Thank you, Andrew. Let's clone you and get a few of your friends in this club, okay? And this is something that we don't like to talk about, but I do, as my role as the district governor, I do need to talk about this. How do we bring your club numbers up? We were at 100 of just last year or a year ago. I know COVID affected everyone. If we tell people what you are and who you are and what you do, we can easily bring those numbers back up. Whatever you can, however you can spread the message. And thank you so much to Tom Fox and all you do to tell them to take out their checkbook. Maybe Andrew has PayPal, something newer than PayPal.
I still like writing checks.
Oh, he does. Very few new kids even know what a checkbook looks like.
I gotta ask
So-
Kathy a lot on how to do it though.
But the EREY is what, Herb, if you can show that banner. How many minutes do I have? One, okay. Let me go really fast. We've already done this. Last year, that's why I wanted to do the Paul Harris first. I knew we wouldn't have time at the end. We did $1 million last year. Let's try and do it again. We did 350,000 for end polio. Number 2 on the list after the Gates Foundation. That's how much we have pledged. And with the help of all of you, we will definitely end polio. That person in the right there in the green is Jennifer Jones, who went in person to Pakistan to energize all those polio health workers to put those 2 drops in the mouth of babies. And this is the 7 areas of focus. You help a child being born and you help the mother. You help the boy go to school. You help the girl go to school because you help water and sanitation in her village. She doesn't need to go fetch water. You help with disease prevention. You also help the communities get jobs. And you also help with peace. And our 7th area of focus, you help with the environment. You help transform lives. I'll stop with this. This is the project. You have the information at your table. $6 transforms a girl's life. We set up sewing centers. The women are taught how to stitch and they are paid $1.87 for per kit that they make, which is about $10 a day, way more than the national average in any of those countries. And it's cloth material. It looks like that. It ties up into a nice tiny coin purse like thing. The girls can wash it and reuse it for the entire high school that they are in. Otherwise, they drop out of school because 5 days a month, they just cannot go to school. Not a dining table conversation, but very important to transform lives. So thank you very much for whatever your club will support us with. And this touches all the 7 areas of focus. Think about how it does, and you will know it transforms a girl's life. She gets educated, she helps the community, she becomes a mother at the right age. She will definitely bring peace to her village. She will not get a disease, and she helps the environment because she's using reusable sanitary pads. So it is each and every of these 7 areas of focus by just $2 of investment in a young girl in India, Nepal, Africa, and we are continuing to many more countries with your help. I'll forward these last few slides. This was the project that I did in India. I became a Rotarian in this moment when this glasses were put on this little boy's eyes by one of the Rotarians from my club. And his grandfather, sitting right here, said, Thank you to all the Rotarians who thought about me, my village, my community. They knew nothing about, don't look like me, not the same color of skin, but they don't care. They understand me and humanity. So thank you very much, Rotarians. Thank you, Pleasanton Rotary.
It used to be that the club would give a gift to the visiting governor, and now she's gone.
No, I'm here.
So, Phoebe and I'll give you 100 for your favorite project, I think was for the women. And then our club is giving $100. We didn't get a confirmation. It kind of happened last minute. We didn't get to finalize. But anyway, so you'll receive a gift for your favorite.
Right?
District conference slide.
So thank you. And then we have opportunity drawing. Who's got the tickets?
Okay, ready? Okay, good, I'm ready.
Then if there's any questions for Governor Sabina after.
One question, or there's one more slide they're gonna throw about district conference. Is that one?
Oh, yeah, we've got the district conference coming up. everybody.
And it's on your table.
Yeah.
That'll be really great. So try to make it.
$62, the number's 8083773.
083-773-773. Yeah. You gotta play to win.
Only pull out one. Put it in. About 8 left. Your odds are good. Sometime this week, though. Oh. No,
Not this time.
Hey, next number.
Did you, man? 083774.
774 is probably good. All right, with that.
Oh, okay, good try.
All right, everybody have a wonderful weekend. See you. Ciao.
All right. What else do we got? You know what? I think it's time. It is time. Are you ready? You've been waiting for this. Me and Boney. From Boney's new album, Solid. This is a song called Full Effect. Oh yeah. Come on, Boney, let's do it. Oh, there we go.
Well, that's your problem, it's hard to make my sister.
Oh, I gotta stop. Play slow.